It is 6 o'clock here on your Friday, and it's the first weather warn day of 2024. And our forecast has had a few developments in the overnight hours while you were sleeping. So as we come on the air, the storm system moving across Minnesota, but when it's hitting the Twin Cities, that has changed. We do have a live picture from Blooming Prairie, about an hour and a half south of us here in the Twin Cities, where it's already snowing there. And this stuff coming down might be headed our way, depending on where you're waking up.
Yeah, and it's not just the snow. We're also getting hit with an Arctic blast this weekend. It's going to be really, really cold over the next week or so. So let's head out to John, who's been running around this morning, pounding the energy drinks. John, what's going on?
Only 2 so far. It's been hard to sleep because the models they really cannot make up their mind. But this morning, it's happening now, and here's what it looks like is going to happen. You need to know this as you're waking up. Better morning. This is going to be a good morning. There's a later start time in the metro. The brunt of the storm is still going to hit southeast Minnesota. The areas getting hit in southeast Minnesota and Wisconsin, they were always going to get hit. But the metro is now on the line, where yesterday it looked like it was St. Cloud. The line is now the metro. That means this is shifted about 50 miles east this morning. So that's lower totals. Unfortunately, if you wanted a big snowstorm in the Twin Cities, it's not for us. Now, it's not far away. Hastings is still in that warning. So this is very close. It's just going to cut us in half. Menominee, Rochester, this is the area that will still pick up 6 to 10 of blowing snow. We might see some blizzard warnings on 94 later today because that snow is going to blow over the road. As for the area here in the winter weather advisory, we'll see about 2 to 6 inches, but I think it's going to be more on the lower side of these, less amounts of snow, very strong winds. This area is still picking up no snow, but they're going to have blizzard warnings. It doesn't take much snow to cause very tough travel. So we will talk about the new updated snow totals in your forecast.
John, thank you. Here's a traffic camera out of Rochester. As you can see, roads covered with that snow, and it's blowing around. In fact, if you look at the street lamp, gives you a good glimpse of that snow whipping around here on 52 and 19th Street down in Rochester this morning. Let's give you a check of the map within the Twin Cities. We are dry for now. It is quiet, and there's no crashes to report at this time. Well, as we've been saying all morning here on Sunrise, we're just hours away from the biggest snowstorm of the season so far, and it's headed toward the Twin Cities metro.
But the track and the details of the storm have been changing by the hour overnight, but still it is a weather warn day because we're going to see some impacts out there. So Cece is live with more on how to prepare. Cece, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, here at MnDOT's West Metro headquarters, and for the past 20 minutes, we've seen a lot of snowplows coming in and out. It's like 5:40 hit and they just started rolling in. So they're very serious about getting out there on the roads to make sure your commute is as safe as possible today. Now, if you take a look at your screen, you'll see that MnDOT posted on X just a little over 12 hours ago, I believe, pretty much saying crews are ready for today. Are you, though? They say snow could impact the commute today, so plan ahead and be ready for any slick roads. Now, MnDOT reps tell us crews will start working 12-hour shifts. They'll be working hard. They'll be battling some tough elements today, too, including some snow, some wind, brutally cold temps, as we've been mentioning. Officials say because of that, it could take crews longer to clear those roads for you. You know, the salt, brine, and other chemicals may also work slower because it's so cold.
I want drivers to be ready for that extra impact, too. It might take a little bit while longer for our crews to get roads back in the clear because that cold air. And then, of course, the wind. The wind is one of those factors that really does change the game a little bit. We're going to see blowing snow, this light snow, coming back onto roadways, so it's going to prolong our cleaning efforts.
MnDOT too saying that they're really going to be monitoring southern Minnesota because that's where they say the harsher road conditions will probably be, as we've been showing you on traffic cams. So that's what MnDOT's doing. Coming up in about 30 minutes, I'll actually be talking about what you can do to stay safe as this Arctic blast moves in this weekend and how you can avoid frostbite. Jason, Alicia.
All right, Cece Gaines reporting live this morning. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. Thank you very much. Now, just this week alone, we've told you about some major fires in the Twin Cities. And now firefighters want to remind us how to stay warm safely throughout this upcoming cold stretch.
I'm Morgan Wolf. Winter safety is back in the spotlight after several recent fires. Firefighters that I spoke to say, here are some quick things that you should check up on as this cold weather is moving in. Make sure your fire alarms and your carbon monoxide alarms are working. And also do not heat your homes with any stoves. And be super mindful of extension cords and space heaters. Stay safe out there.
Great advice. Our team coverage of this winter storm continues online and on the KARE 11 mobile app. You can track all of the weather alerts as well as radar anytime. You can find it wherever you get your apps. So you can also pull out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen right now.
Other news headlines we're following here on this Friday morning. We're a little more than a day away from a vigil to honor the victims of last week's devastating house fire in St. Paul. 4 children lost their lives, and now we know what caused the fire. Investigators believe an unattended candle is likely to blame. 2 other children are still in the hospital this morning, as well as their mom. St. Paul Fire says they will release more information about the fire this weekend. That vigil, however, is happening from 1 to 3 tomorrow at the American Indian Magnet School on 3rd Street East in St. Paul. If you want to donate items to help the family, you can bring them to the vigil. They need toys and clothes for the surviving children. We do have more information and details posted right now at KARE11.com.
The U of M campus will be back open this morning after the arrest of a man who police say made violent threats against the school. Those threats forced the U to shut down the school yesterday while police searched for him. Police say he made the threats on his Facebook landscaping business page. We learned the man has a history of drug and alcohol-related crimes dating back to 2016. Before his criminal behavior, he served as mayor of the small town of Watson. The editor of the Montevideo American News spoke with him just last winter, and she had this to say.
It was just kind of sad because he'd been doing so good and there were so many people rooting for him. I know when he shared the articles in the newspaper, there was a lot of people that were really proud of how far he'd come.
Several districts near Watson also took precautions yesterday, 2 of them locked down. If the suspect is charged in connection to the threat, he'll likely face probation violations for past offenses.
Inflation still has a firm grip on the country and your wallets. The Bureau of Labor Statistics released new numbers within the past 24 hours that showed prices on everything from gas, groceries, mortgages, all going up slightly in December. That pushed the total increase for 2023 to 3.4%. So what does this all mean for you? Well, the report is likely going to make the Federal Reserve cautious and less likely to cut interest rates quickly this year. There is, however, some good news for consumers this morning, especially if you have to fill up your tank for the weekend. Gas prices are dropping. And we just checked a couple of hours ago. Minnesota's current average, according to AAA, is $2.80 a gallon, which is down 14 cents from a week ago and 33 cents from a year ago. Across the border in Scotty, the average price there, $2.66 a gallon. AAA says that if oil prices continue to drop, drivers could continue to see lower prices at